Hey there. If you're a solopreneur, I know you feel me on this. The social media grind is just relentless. Well, today, we're going to flip that script entirely. We are going to take your social media from a time-sucking hamster wheel and turn it into a sleek, powerful automation engine, all powered by AI.
Okay, let's be real for a second. Does this feel a little too familiar? You know, that feeling of just constantly creating, pushing content out into the void and just hoping for the best? You're posting and posting, but are you actually getting anywhere?
It's exhausting, isn't it? So the big question is, are you finally ready to step off that wheel for good? Because I promise you, there is a much, much smarter way to do this.
Okay, so the very first thing we need to do is make a huge mindset shift. I want you to stop thinking of AI as just a little tool that writes captions for you. From now on, I want you to think of it as your AI strategy partner. This is how we go from just posting randomly to building a real system that's laser-focused on bringing in revenue.
And this slide just lays it all out plain and simple. The old way, well, it's a game of chance. You're chasing vanity metrics like likes, you're posting generic tips, and you're basically just crossing your fingers hoping a lead might fall out of the sky. But the AI-powered way, that's a system. It's strategic. We're focusing on actual conversions, solving real problems for your audience, and systematically generating leads. Big difference.
So before you even think about writing a single prompt, you've got to ask yourself the most important question. Why are you even posting in the first place? Your social media has to connect directly to your real business goals. Are you trying to raise brand awareness, drive traffic to your website, build that die-hard brand loyalty? Or are you just trying to drive more sales? Your answer here changes everything.
So this is what I mean when I say AI strategy partner. We're not just using it to spit out some captions. No, we're using it to systematically plan, map out, and optimize every single post so that it helps us achieve a specific business goal. Suddenly, every piece of content you put out there has a job to do. All right, enough theory. Theory's great, but let's get practical. It's time to actually build your automation engine. And don't worry, I'm going to walk you through a super simple 3-step blueprint that seriously any solopreneur can set up.
And look, the whole process is incredibly straightforward. It really just boils down to these 3 core steps: strategize, automate, and then evaluate. That's it. This is your new repeatable workflow that's going to save you countless hours every single month.
So first up, step 1 is all about strategy, and we do that with something called content pillars. So instead of just randomly thinking of what to post, you're going to create content buckets that all serve a different purpose. You're going to educate your audience with tutorials. You'll entertain them with some behind-the-scenes stuff. You'll sell with your offers, and you'll showcase your awesome results with testimonials. See, this structure makes sure you're hitting all the right notes with your audience. Now we get to step 2, automate with a powerful prompt. Okay, this is where the magic really starts to happen. But you've got to remember this one crucial rule. The quality of what the AI gives you is 100% dependent on the quality of what you give it. And this slide right here is the perfect example. Look at the difference. A bad prompt, something like, "Write me a tweet about Black Friday," is just going to get you a generic, boring reply. But look at the good prompt. It gives context. It says what the business is, what the product is, who the audience is, and what the tone should be. The result? A targeted message that actually sounds like your brand and gets results. And here's the simple tech stack you can use. And the best part? No expensive software needed. A simple Google Sheet can be your content calendar. That's the brain of the whole operation. Then you feed all that good context into something like ChatGPT for the actual content generation. And finally, a tool like Buffer automatically posts it all for you. Simple, powerful, and crazy effective. And finally, we land on step 3, and this one is so important. Evaluate with human oversight. I want you to remember this. Just because you can automate everything doesn't mean you should. Automation is not abdication. Your expertise, your final approval, that's still the most valuable part of this entire system. And this slide shows you exactly when your human brain is absolutely irreplaceable. You know, for brand-sensitive messaging, anything that's regulated, campaigns that need some emotional nuance, or really high-stakes stuff like a product launch, you need to be hands-on. Think of AI as your super smart assistant, not the CEO of your company. Okay, so we've built the engine, it's ready to go. But before we turn that key and hit the gas, we have to install the safety features. we have to talk about how to automate with ethical guardrails, because this is what's going to protect your brand and build trust with your audience.
I want you to think of this as your pre-flight checklist before you let your automation take off. Be transparent about using AI. You have to fact-check its claims. Make sure you're not accidentally stealing someone's intellectual property, and please check for biases to make sure you're not alienating parts of your audience. And always remember, at the end of the day, you are accountable for every single word your brand publishes.
Now, one of the biggest reasons for that human check is something called AI hallucinations. This is basically when the AI just confidently makes things up. It'll present totally fabricated information as if it's a stone-cold fact. And without you, the human fact-checker, this could be incredibly damaging to your credibility.
And that right there is the core risk. Just like the quote says, fake information can absolutely destroy the trust you have worked so hard to build. As a solopreneur, your reputation is your single most valuable asset. This whole system is designed to build it, not to tear it down.
So, let's just take a quick look back at the journey. By following this simple blueprint, you've completely transformed your social media. You've gone from being exhausted and stuck on that content hamster wheel to building a strategic, goal-oriented conversion engine that actually works for you.
Your powerful, ethical automation engine is built. It's ready to go. So the last question I have for you is this: what amazing things are you going to build with all the time you're about to get back?